The medical insurance plan that begins at the age of 60. Medi 60 from Sri Lanka Insurance. Call 0112 357 357.
In a few moments, the news.
Sri Lanka Insurance, like a father, like a mother.
This is the Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation.
It's precisely 6:15. This is the news on Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation. News is edited by Dulmin Samarasinghe, read by Sabrina Zawahir. The headlines. It has been emphasized that the President should not resign. Monday and Tuesday declared as government holidays. Foreign travel ban imposed on the former central bank governor. Compensation will be paid for farmers in connection with yellow season 2021 crop damages. 3 members of the same family die following an accident at Thanamalvila. And in world news, NATO and G7 foreign ministers are meeting in Brussels. And in sports news, spectators return at Aintree as meeting starts. Now the local news in detail. The debate on the present situation in the country took place in Parliament for the second day today. Taking part in the debate, MP Kanchana Wijesekara said that the President should not resign from the post. He said that although they speak about an interim administration, there is no agreement and the opposition does not have an alternative program. Steps have been taken to normalise distribution of fuel and solutions should be found to the problems in the country. MP Rohit Abegunawardana pointed out that the President invited all parties to find solutions and although there is a right to protest, violence should not occur. MP Rauf Hakim has said that the government has neglected its responsibilities. MP Vimal Weerawansa said that the country is facing a serious crisis. He said no one has the right to use the crisis to their benefit. He further said that it should be used to provide benefits to the people and the responsibility of everyone is not to allow anarchy in the country. Taking part in the debate, MP Iran Vikramaratne said that the government should step down to the ground level and understand the problems. MP Imtiaz Bakir Makha said that it is an injustice to the country to work with a narrow mind. He said that steps should be taken to delay debt payments. MP Vasudeva Nanakkara said that the people's protest should be directed towards a progressive program. He said that the government should make new changes which can create confidence in the people. Talking and taking part in the debate, MP Mahinda Amaravira said that the country has become known as a corrupt nation. He pointed out the fraudsters have not been punished. He said all the protests can be approved, violence cannot be approved. Monday and Tuesday has been declared as government holidays. The government has declared those 2 days as special holidays in connection with Sinhala and Tamil New Year. Secretary to the Ministry of Public Administration is expected to issue the relevant circular soon. Colombo Magistrate Court today issued an order preventing the former governor of the central bank, Ajit Nivad Kabral, from leaving the country until 18th April. Colombo Additional Magistrate Harshana Kekunavala gave the order according to a request made by former Southern Province Governor Ranjit Kirti Tennakone through a private plaint filed in terms of the Code of Criminal Procedure Act. The Additional Magistrate also issued notices ordering former Central Bank Governor to appear in court on April 18th. Compensation will be paid for the farmers for crop damages in the yellow season 2021. Agriculture and Agrarian Insurance Board has taken steps to pay compensation to crop damages due to natural disasters. Director General of the board Panduka Veerasinghe said that 8,678 farmers will be paid compensation under 40,000 rupees per acre. He said that 21 million rupees have been allocated to pay compensation. He further said that the farmers who have not received compensation can send their appeals to the Agriculture and Agrarian Insurance Board, district officers through agrarian service centres. This news is brought to you by Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation.
The medical insurance plan that begins at the age of 60. Medi 60 from Sri Lanka Insurance.
Continuing local news, 3 members of the same family have been killed following a collision involving a 3-wheeler and a double cab in the Thanamalwila area this afternoon. Police said father, mother and their daughter who were travelling in the 3-wheeler have died after the vehicle collided with the cab. Driver of the cab has been taken into custody by the police. National Fertilizer Secretariat says that they are distributing fertilizer stocks needed for the Yala season. Director of the Secretariat Chandana Lokuhevage said that there is a significant growth in organic and biofertilizer production in the country. He pointed out that permission has been given to import certain varieties of chemical fertilizer according to the requests from the farmers. He further said that over 10 million litres of liquid organic fertilizer have been produced. He added that there can be reduction in harvest if fertilizer is used following methods that have not been approved through scientific research by the Agriculture Ministry. He disclosed that the government spends 10,000 rupees to produce liquid biofertilizer for a hectare of land. Meanwhile, the organic paddy cultivation in the northern province has been successful. All paddy fields on the northern province have been cultivated. Police have arrested a large-scale drug racketeer who has appeared as a journalist. Police said the suspect Indian national has appeared as a member of a local human rights organization and as a journalist. Police have seized drugs valuing more than 10 million rupees from the possession of the suspect. Police said that he has distributed drugs brought from India around the country using the media identity card and the identity card of the human rights organization. With that, we conclude the local news.
The medical insurance plan that begins at the age of 60. Medi 60 from Sri Lanka Insurance. A health insurance plan to honour our most valued elders by the protectors of the nation. We now give our treasured senior citizens access to the very best medical insurance, specially tailored for anyone over 60. What's more, you don't need medical screening to access this policy. And Medi 60 covers a wide range of illnesses. Only from Sri Lanka Insurance. Call 0112 357 357.
Taking a look at the main news, the High Commission of India in Colombo said ships freighting fuel supplied under Indian credit line berthed in Sri Lankan ports during the last 24 hours. In a Twitter post, they said one consignment each of 36,000 metric tons of petrol and 40,000 metric tons of diesel have reached the country. They said supply of various types of fuel under the Indian assistance now stands at over 270,000 metric tons. That was main news.
Watch Life is brought to you by
More prizes, more gains with CIB New Year offers. Valuable gifts for every bill. 20% discount for bank cards until 10th of April. Visit CIB today.
The Education Ministry has decided to extend the school time by 1 hour from the commencement of the new school term from April 18th. All principals have been advised to revise their academic timetable in line with the extension of the school time by the Education Ministry's School Affairs Branch Additional Director Lalit Egodawala. The decision will be effective from the 2022 academic year beginning from April 18th and continuing to December 23rd. That was Watchlight.
More prizes, more gains with CIB New Year offers. Valuable gifts for every bill. 20% discount for bank cards until 10th of April. Visit CIB today.
World News. Brought to you by courtesy of...
No matter what anyone says, for your lease, visit the Leasing Mahagedara. People's Leasing, Friendly Leasing Mahagedara. More information from the nearest People's Leasing branch.
People's Leasing, the trusted leader.
The headlines of the world news. NATO and G7 foreign ministers are meeting in Brussels. Shanghai residents are running out of food in COVID lockdown. The UK plans 8 new nuclear reactors to boost production. Now the world news in detail. Foreign ministers from NATO and the group of 7 countries are trying to figure out ways to increase the pressure on Russia. NATO wants to collaborate with countries in the Asia-Pacific with China in mind. The ministers met in Brussels today. At the start of the meeting, Secretary-General Jens Stoltenberg said Russia's invasion of Ukraine has profound implications for security. Some residents under lockdown in Shanghai say they are running out of food amid the city's biggest ever COVID outbreak. Residents are confined to their homes, banned from leaving for even essential reasons, such as grocery shopping. Nearly 20,000 cases were reported today in China's biggest city, another near record high. Up to 8 more nuclear reactors could be delivered on existing sites as part of the UK's new energy strategy. The plan, which aims to boost UK energy independence and tackle rising prices, also includes plans to increase wind, hydrogen and solar production. But experts have called for a bigger focus on energy efficiency and improving home insulation. With that, we conclude the world news. Prior to concluding, the headlines of the world news once again. NATO and G7 foreign ministers are meeting in Brussels. Shanghai residents are running out of food in COVID lockdown. The UK plans 8 new nuclear reactors to boost production. With that, we conclude the world news.
World News. Brought to you by courtesy of...
For your wheel lease, visit the Leasing Mahagedara. People's Leasing, friendly leasing Mahagedara. More information from the nearest People's Leasing branch.
People's Leasing, the trusted leader.
Development News is brought to you by... Let's take all out of the coconut tree and make the island thriving and prosperous. Call our hotline 1928. WhatsApp 070 400 1928.
Sri Lanka Association for Software and Services Companies recently signed MOUs with Sabaragamuwa, Wayamba, Eastern and Central startup hubs covering 4 provinces. The main intention of this move was to extend opportunities to regional entrepreneurial startups and SMEs in capacity and skills building, technology diffusion, and gender-specific initiatives that in turn will give rise to IT, BPM companies and tech startup across the country. That was Development News.
Development News was brought to you by... The coconut tree is well grown in almost all the parts of the island. It is an exceptional source of extra income. The shell, the husk and almost all the parts of the coconut tree makes you money, providing you with an excellent extra source of income. It will also help to nourish the economy of the country. You will be guided with all necessary informations regarding the coconut cultivation, with the novel cultivation techniques and all other related and upgraded informations by the Coconut Research Institute, Lunavilla. Call our hotline 1928. WhatsApp 070 400 1928. Sports News is brought to you by
Sampath Bank. We present your future.
Taking a look at the sports news, first is horse racing. Spectators return to the Grand National Meeting for the first time since 2019 as the fixture begins today. Around 150,000 racegoers are expected over 3 days at Aintree after the 2020 meeting was called off and crowds were banned last year because of COVID-19 restrictions. The lineup for Saturday's National will be confirmed today. Taking a look at snooker, Ukrainian teenager Yulian Boykov claimed his first World Championship win with victory over Cyprus' Michael Grigio in the first qualifying round. Boykov, who in 2020, when aged 14, became the youngest player ever to compete in qualifying, beat Grigio 6-4. The 16-year-old sealed victory with a 100 break after Grigio had battled back to draw level from 4-1 down. With that, we conclude the sports news.
Cash through NSP globally and win wonderful gifts locally. From October 1st, 2021 to December 31st, 2022. Remit a minimum of $100 or an equivalent amount in any foreign currency 3 times through NSB U Trust.
Business News, sponsored by National Savings Bank, the safest place for your money.
Sri Lankan Airlines has geared up for a busy summer 2022 by increasing the number of scheduled flights by 40% to match pre-pandemic levels and meet the growing demand for air travel as the industry continues to recover. The frequency increases will come into effect across Sri Lanka's network of online destinations with the start of the airline's summer flight schedule. That was Business News.
Business News, sponsored by
Cash through NSP globally and win wonderful gifts locally. Will you be the lucky winner of the NSP Golden Jubilee? 50 gold sovereigns for the top prize winner of the NSP Golden Jubilee. Scooters for the 10 second prize winners. iPhones for the 10 third prize winners. Mountain bikes for the 29 fourth prize winners. From October 1st, 2021 to December 31st, 2022. Remit a minimum of $100 or an equivalent amount in any foreign currency 3 times through NSB U Trust.
Taking a look at the economic news, the Board of Investment today announced that it has received 33 investment proposals worth $1,412 million in the first quarter of this year. This value includes investments of 22 new projects into diverse sectors in energy projects, including fuel and renewable sources, heavy industry, logistics and IT infrastructure sectors, as well as investments into 11 project expansions. That ends economic news. Finally, we take a look at the weather report. Medi Partners says that due to the low-level atmospheric disturbance to the east of Sri Lanka, the showery condition is expected to enhance over most parts of the island from tomorrow to Sunday. Showers or thunder showers will occur at several places over most parts of the island. Heavy showers above 100 millimeters can be expected at some places in central, Sabaragamuwa and Uva provinces and in Kalutara, Galle and Mathura districts. Fairly heavy showers above 50 millimeters can be expected at some places elsewhere. The sun is directly over Sri Lanka from 5th to 15th of April. The nearest areas of Sri Lanka over which the sun is overhead tomorrow noon are Kimbulapitiya, Danovita, Galaha, Marassanakanda, Damana, Sinnamuhattuwaram. With that, we end the weather report, and prior to concluding this bulletin of news, the headlines once again. It has been emphasized that the President should not resign. Monday and Tuesday declared as government holidays. Foreign travel ban imposed on the former central bank governor. Compensation will be paid for farmers in connection with Yala season 2021 crop damages. 3 members of the same family die following an accident at Thanamal Villa. With that, we conclude the news.